So who locks down the chat? John, you or Randy?
It's locked.
Okay.
Well, one time I thought I had done that and it didn't work.
Oh,
Just a warning.
Yeah, pretty quick.
let me check again.
I can't
can try
see
and
the
look at
link.
chat.
On chat, it says chat disabled.
Great.
What's it say?
Chat disabled.
Okay. I thought I had done that.
I can't invite anybody in. I don't see other people. There you go. Just, Randy, for some reason, I can't see people waiting to get in.
Okay, well, without a chat or anything, I can look at that really easily.
Yeah. And my co-host?
Yeah, I think so.
Is anybody else waiting to come in, Randy?
You're a co-host now. I just redid you.
Okay, yeah, it's working now.
That should be everybody that's on there now.
Sure, might as well start. Okay, good evening, Hammond North. It's 6:06 on March 16th. As we said on Wednesday, we were going to have a meeting today, and we were hopeful that we would have additional news on the progress on the forms that we needed to get through the deadline that is tomorrow, March 17th. We'll get a little bit further, but regretfully, there has been no progress on that. But given the delicate nature of trying to get all those signatures, those forms, we have disabled chat, and we're not going to entertain verbal comments from anybody. Obviously, people can send us emails, but for the purpose of negotiations, I'm not going to have that happen tonight. So with that, we'll do the call to order. Randy Vaughn,
Here.
Chris Conti, Tracy Smiley,
Here.
Jan Welch,
Here.
Gil Patton,
Here.
and Tim Fritz.
Here.
Okay, everyone's here. First order of business, Randy, the minutes.
Tim.
Yeah, I
Has his
sent.
hand up.
John,
Yes?
I just want to add a little bit to what you said in the beginning. What you said is all true, but the
Okay,
fact that no progress doesn't mean that there hasn't been a lot of work done. There have been, it's been nonstop basically since Wednesday in terms of trying to get things tied up. There is incremental progress. There is no finishing progress. So I guess that's all I wanted to say.
thanks, Tim. Randy, you want to do the minutes?
Okay, yes. I sent the minutes of last week's meeting, the March 11th meeting. I sent those out. Days are running together. I think it was yesterday. And I asked for approval of those minutes now.
Do you have a second? Jan? Any comments on the minutes? I know there've been some edits submitted, and I'm sure they'll work that out.
Yeah, those are in there.
Great. Okay, all those in favor of the minutes? Okay, Gil, are you voting for it? Yes, okay. So unanimous 7-0. Okay, so announcements. There are two forms that we have talked about that the owners ACM have wanted us to fill out. The first one is the update on the consent to sell. So Jan, I think, can you talk about what's happened last week?
Right. So we're preparing the report for ACM as if we're going to have all of the names and all the signatures. There's a lot to that going through it. Brandy at Finney has a list that they've approved of all of the forms that have come in, and we're just making sure that that's all up to date so we have it in a a format that we can easily put it into a Dropbox document, because we think that being as user-friendly as possible for ACM is in our best interest. Other than that, as has already been mentioned, there has been no change in the numbers of forms received. We still have one remaining. We've had several pieces of communication with that unit, and on a variety of levels. So the deadline, I think, is more or less tomorrow. The deadline wasn't specifically specified, but it was 15 days from, correct me if I'm wrong on this, from the date signed, but it was signed late in the day. So we're assuming that that's probably late tomorrow, right? John or
Yeah.
Randy, or, yeah,
March 17th.
yeah. So it's surprising that there's still a lot to do, but there is, and we're still hopeful with one more.
Any comments from other board members? I would just add, in particular to what Jan said, alluded to, which is it's been a number of different routes and communication without getting the details of people talking to the holdout. And we're hopeful that we'll get that resolved by tomorrow. Okay, no questions. I'll move on to the update on the covenant to release the new buyers from Big Sued. What's happened on that is there's been a lot of work last week, some before Wednesday, a lot after Wednesday. Basically, it's a three-way negotiations. It originally was a form that ACM gave us. We had some edits to it, and it went back to them. And that's the form that was signed by the cross-groups. Then the Port of Plaintiffs through Kelly Lundgren had some additional changes. Some of those changes we felt were not appropriate to be in an agreement between the individual owner and the buyer. And there was mutual agreement between Kelly Lundgren and Julie Gugino from Finney to basically create a separate document, an agreement with those parts that were not part of buying the building that we could reach agreement on. I think there's been a lot of progress on that. It by no means settles the Porter claim, but it is something that the Porter plaintiffs wanted, and I think that we can reach agreement on those points. What that leaves then is the parts from the original ACM covenant release form. And on that one, there were again, simultaneously, there was back and forth on that. We didn't come to complete agreement on it. It got pretty close though. And on Friday, that form was sent by both our version of it, what we desire, redlined to ACM, and Kelly Lundgren did the same. So for my information, this afternoon, this evening, the building, Jordan Dickman, that there's going to be discussion among the buyers and trying to figure out what on that form. We hope to get agreement as soon as possible so we get the signatures of the Port of Plaintiffs on that form. Randy.
Oh, well, Jan, go.
No, you can go first.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to clarify. I know there was some confusion. I think we addressed it last week, but just in case, this form that John has just been talking about is only that only needs to be signed by current plaintiffs against the association. So, yeah, so I know last week somebody said, well, I didn't get that form. Well, no, if you're not a plaintiff, you don't need to worry about it. It's just the buyer's lawyer wants this from the current plaintiffs.
Jan.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a chance that the buyer will say, we're not approving this new form. Is that correct? And that
We'll have to see what they say.
Yeah, and what is the point of saying that?
And then in response, we'll see what Kelly Lundgren and the Porter plaintiffs. Yeah. I should add on that we did get the Croskeries as part of the settlement we had with them. We got both the consent to sell form. We also got the covenant to release form from them. Technically, they are still a plaintiff until the courts approve it. So we have that form also. That was part of our agreement. Any other board comments about that?
Let me
Randy.
continue. I didn't say it right. And if you are a plaintiff in the partition action, that doesn't count. It's only the the Porter plaintiffs essentially that need to sign this.
Yeah, it's people, owners who have sued the board. Okay, so let me just say that we are going to.
Gil,
John, you
Yeah.
mentioned the cross creek case, and you just give an update as far as we've received all that. It's now at the court. Is that correct? We're waiting for them to do what they do.
I believe that's correct.
So as soon as they release it, then it'll be over. Correct.
Once,
Correct.
Thank you.
okay, so I would say that we're going to schedule, we'll get a one call out. We want to avoid the confusion of having two one calls out for meetings at different times, days this week. So we'll get a one call out at the end of this meeting. Randy and Greg will work on that for 6 o'clock on Wednesday. And obviously things are fluid and we hope to have better news on Wednesday. There's a chance that we won't have the meeting and we'll cancel it and we'll notify everybody one call. Tracy.
So I just want to make a note that to all the owners that the board has been working day and night over the weekends. I mean, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, trying our best to get this form updated, to get it to the plaintiffs to sign off on the best version that we have to satisfy ACM right now. And then also working through this consensus sale document that we need. So I would encourage everyone to look at big picture here and move forward in a way so it'll benefit all of us. But I just wanted everyone to know that there has been tremendous work behind this. It's just above and beyond belief. So,
Tim.
the only other thing I want to add to that is I just want to add on top of what Tracy said. That includes our attorneys. Our attorneys have been responding to us all weekend in terms of stuff that we've sent to them and we've asked them to do. We have bombed them with requests for things for them to do, and they have been superhuman in terms of responding to us at night, like Tracy said, till midnight, and all weekend long. So the forms haven't been finalized, and but it's not for lack of effort on everybody's part.
Any other comments from the board? All right. We plan on adjourning to executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn?
No adjourn.
Okay, Tim. And a second?
Second.
Gil seconds. Okay, all those in favor?